Oh, that's Lance.
Lance Salford.
An inmate at the New Jersey State will be
My name is Lance Salford. I've been incarcerated for 20 years for a crime I did not commit.
I watched this crime point blank in front of me.
I was sitting on the bench. I heard a gunshot. Two guys with black hoodies on came face to face with me, and they ran this way and I ran that way.
They both fled across Dudley Green Park.
I was upstairs, came in. They came in, I think it was a little dark. And the news was on, and I heard that somebody had got killed in Camden. So I'm yelling downstairs, yo, Poopy. I said, you want ice, y'all down there? They was like, yeah. I said, y'all here, it's on the news, somebody got killed. I know they was downstairs the night of the killing of the guy.
So we came in the house around 8:30, 9 o'clock. We didn't go back out. And that was it.
Lance wasn't there that night. Lance had nothing to do with that. I know his demeanor. I know how he walks. I could have seen him from afar to just say, hey, that's Lance right there. This is not him. I seen the guys were shorter than me. They weren't even my height, and Lance has always been taller than me.
He just wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Kim, he flat out told me that he knew nothing about this case and he did not know Lance. They had picked him up or grabbed him from the street. They took him to the prosecutor's office. They put him in a room with them. The two investigators told him, until you tell us what we want, you're not getting out of this room. She got on the phone and she says, listen, all I know is they told me what to say and I said it.
We have incentivized people like Carol Laughlin, Thea Kim, and Jacob Eller to the point where they will say anything. They were supposed to do sequential photo arrays. Didn't happen in Lance. They showed a single photo. They knew the law. What do? Claim the witness knows the person. Now you don't have to do an identification procedure. Somehow, Jacob Eller knew Lance, even though he says a totally different name. Carol Laughlin somehow knows Lance, even though she says 2 different times that the guy isn't even from the area. Thea Kim doesn't even say he knows Lance, and they still show him a single photo. They never give a description of Lance. They don't know Lance's mama. They don't know where Lance lives. They don't know anything about Lance.
And if you look at the conditions here for that identification, I think what you're seeing is kind of a perfect storm for misidentification. It follows essentially none of the consensus recommendations for how you should be doing eyewitness identification procedures.
And when you take a single photo, these are the most, without question, suggestive forms of identification. The police are telling you this is who committed the murder. That's what they're doing.
What they're really doing is trying to force that identification.
As a former detective investigator for 3/4 of my life, I don't cut down law enforcement. Never have, never will. But I just never seen so many blatant lies in my life.
There were so many really pernicious problems in Camden. The Camden County prosecutor wound up in one fell swoop dismissed 185 cases. The Camden police officers, and they're being charged with serious federal crimes.
Police detectives Marty Devlin, Manuel Santiago, and Frank Jatremski are accused of lying under oath. The former detectives have been named in federal civil rights lawsuits.
In total, 4 Camden police officers went to prison. But they were part of a bigger tapestry of corruption and impunity and misuse of informants that permeated the department.
But what you have to understand in New Jersey is what goes on is this. They bring the person in. If they knew that somebody was coming in there, maybe that couldn't make bail, was homeless, was a sex offender, they were arresting them falsely, they were building cases against them falsely. They want to get out of jail. They will tell anything that they can.
They were really, really nasty, especially if you was black and they thought you sold drugs, they were going to come after you.
When some prosecutors and police in Camden throw black men in prison, nobody cares.
All right, let you finish doing what y'all doing.
Okay.
All right, I love you.
I love you more. All right, bye-bye.
All right.
It hurts, you know, walking around every day. I think about going home, you know, and I think about my mother. She's getting older, and I talk to her every day.
Lance's father got killed in '88, December the 10th, 1988.
Your dad just got shot. I'm 8 years old. You know, just hearing this news. This is the first time I've been, family been touched with gun violence.
That's why I know one thing about my sons. They ain't shooting nobody. They ain't killing nobody.
He's not even like a hard guy. He's not like some guy you're gonna, oh, Lance is coming, no, he's not that.
When they sentenced him to 72 years, that broke my heart. I couldn't do nothing. Sit in the dining room and just cry. Just cry. It's just, y'all just don't know, it's hard to see your child locked up for something they do. It's so hard.
I miss him, you know, that's my little brother. He wanted the best for everybody. I just wish that he was home now because it would uplift my family, it would bring that bond back.
Oh man, it get me a little emotional, man. Oh man. Hear my mother tell me that she's waiting for me to come home and she don't know if she gonna. Hearing that she's getting weak and weak, oh, it hurts me, man. Oh man. I'm trying to stay strong for my family. They don't see the weak side of me. You know, I don't try to cry in front of them and nothing like that because I gotta be strong. It's hard. I try to stay strong with my family out there, my brother. Yeah, it hurt when I started thinking about my mother going through a lot, man. You know, and she's really been my rock. You know what I mean?
I pray every night that I could just see my son come home before I die.